Hey, everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. I am here with Eric from Sage News. We're going to be talking about food shortages. We're going to be talking about China. We're going to be talking about a plan that everybody needs to understand or know about. And what it will do, it might scare the piss out of you, but it also might convince you to actually go and get yourself a year's worth of food supply right now before all the crazy people jam into your local store. I don't want you to be part of that. Eric, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going? And thanks for that doom and gloom opening, but we're going to roll with it so everybody makes sure they understand the difference between doom and gloom and what's actually happening. All right. So basically what I've been doing to now is somebody brought to me the fact that China is investing large amounts of money into businesses here, businesses that have to do with our food, vitamins, agriculture, fertilizer, and all this type of food. The reason is they don't have the farmland to be able to support a lot of their food. And they don't just want to base it on empty imports, meaning having to trust that they will get these imports. So one of the things they started to do was buy into companies like fertilizer companies. Well, Smithfield, they bought in 2015. And they've been buying into companies like this so they can kind of make decisions and in regards to that company. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I want people to understand the significance of this. When another country is allowed to come in and buy up significant shares of companies or land in our country, which a lot of countries do not allow this, right? Outsiders to buy their land and stuff. They can now control where that food goes. I want to make that very clear. If they want to ship most of the food to their country from our land, they can do that. Okay. So this will dramatically impact the cost of food and availability of food in our own country. I get that your grocery store is full right now. I want you to understand how trade works when it comes to fresh produce and fresh food. A lot of our stuff can actually come from other countries, and the government likes that because they charge duties and tariffs on us importing food, whereas they can't do that on food that's produced here. It is a horrible, horrible sham. And I want you to understand how vulnerable our food supply is from that basics. Jump on in, Eric.
And they actually did that in 2016 because they had a swine flu incident and basically Smithfield started shipping there, even though there can be concerns. That actually happened. Now, they didn't comment on that, but all right, let me jump in here and grab this one. All right, so basically what we have is this is a report that came out May 26, 2022, and it is China's interest in U.S. agriculture, augmenting food security through investment abroad. And they basically go into this, and this is on my community page. Anybody that wants to read it, I posted it. They basically go through saying that China is purchasing a lot of the land and things like that, or investing into it. So China faces demand in agriculture products, and it seeks to address through policy, technology, and economic activities. In 2021, China imported a record amount of corn, 28.35 million metric tons, 152% more than in 2020. And more than 10% of China's Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs estimated that the country's total corn consumption. So they are already bringing in as much as they can. Obviously, why would you do that? In case there was going to be a shortage, and that's what they're seeing. But as you go through this, it kind of explains some of the companies that they've been buying. Let me get down to page 11. Have been, I'm going to butcher this, but Fung Fu Group in North Dakota. This is one that is a fertilizer company. It's right next to one of our military airfields. The mill will be located 12 miles from Grand Forks Air Force Base, which houses some of the United States' top intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities. That's going to be 12 miles from that. Smith Foods they've bought, which is basically pigs.
That's a huge company.
Huge. And this was an area here. While not substantial to the Fung Fu and the Smithfield, there are examples of smaller Chinese investments in U.S. agribusiness, including Costco's 2017 purchase of Growmart and a U.S. grain logistics company. Costco is a Chinese state-owned food processing company headquartered in Beijing. It deals with Growmart and gave its joint ownership and operation of its Mississippi barge, truck, and rail terminals in Illinois.
Yeah, hold on real quick. I just want to point this out, guys. So when you're talking about one thing, they own the land. When they own the logistics as well, it's very easy for them to move this stuff to their country. I just want to point that out.
And they can basically stop it from going to this place and send it to a port and send it overseas. They're in charge. And then the other one, which I'm going to bring up real quick, is New Hope. Is that the one bought into, let's see, this company? Let me pull this one up, and I'm going to need you to put up a sign to make sure that they understand what we got going on here. So this is a 3-letter agency right there. That 3-letter agency, China bought this company. This company, Surgent. I'm horrible with the pronunciation.
Oh yeah, like I'm going to be any better.
I know. Basically,
Surgenta, I think it. Or Syngenta.
Correct. Surgenta is a Sweden company based in Sweden, but it has 16 facilities here, and they deal with everything from pesticides to fertilizers, anything agriculture. And they're right there. This 3-letter agency is now controlling our food, our agriculture, our pesticides, our fertilizer. Companies like that they're bringing that in. And now you can kind of see why prices are going up. And that 3-letter agency is going to be one of the most powerful agencies in the government. And I can't say why. You know why we can't say it.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, this is very, very important that you start to learn this, because as this happens, the pressure is going to get ratcheted higher and higher. We're already seeing high fuel prices affect people's budgets, and then they're starting to move to electricity and get ready because the next plan is to run your electricity higher. This means you need self-sustaining things. You need food storage. You need to be able to grow something, learn how to garden, if you got rooms for chicken, get some chickens. I know it sounds crazy and doom and gloom, but this is going to save you a lot. And then on the flip side of this, like if you have an electric car and you have a house, get yourself a solar system. Honestly, let it charge, because we know where this is going. This is a battle for your pocketbook, because if they get a hold of your pocketbook, they run you. Quite frankly. Eric, do you have anything you want to add to this?
No, it's just there's a lot more of these that I'm going to be pulling up and trying to dig into how many they're actually buying overseas, and overseas to them, not overseas to us, because they are where they don't feel that they don't want to leave it in the hands of us to give them the food. They want to be a part of the company. So when people are starting to say, well, let's make it here in America, let's build it here, you don't realize that some of these companies that could be building it here are still Chinese owned companies.
True. And so I do have a way around that, guys. I've got I'm actually building a course about it right now, because I think now more than ever, you don't need to buy my course to get through this information to you. This is the time to take our nation back by starting our own businesses. We own the land, or we rent the land from somebody else that owns the land here. We have control. We make the things. There's going to be a lot of pain involved with that, but we've got to get manufacturing taken back from China.
Absolutely. And the only way to do it, small businesses, is the route that you have to go. And because that they can be small, they're controlled. There's a lot of networking involved. And that's kind of the way, if you want to take it back, starting small businesses is how the country was built. Small individual businesses. And we've got to get back to that, because if not, it won't be our country anymore.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better, Eric. So, hey guys, if you want to take a look at that report, I'm going to link you over to Eric's page, and he has it on his community channel. I challenge you to go check that out. And I also challenge you to go see some of Eric's videos. Give him a thumbs up, give him a subscribe. He has been such a value to my channel, to where you guys come, but I also want to share I want you to broaden your horizons. So it's not all about the Economic Ninja channel. I learn from everybody, and Eric is one of them. So go and take a look at him, go and share him, support him, because these are crazy times. And during crazy times, we need crazy good facts in real time. Thanks, Eric, so much for coming on.
No problem. Thanks so much. And like I said, if anybody's got some boots on the ground and they want to send me that information, hook me up like a tow truck. I'll dig into it.
Yeah. What about throwing out that email that we have, that joint email for news?
Yeah, that's Sage. That one was, hang on. You got me down. Jeez, I get confused.
Well, if I knew it, I would have actually said it myself.
I know. So what I'll do is I'll actually put it into the comment section.
Is it Sage Ninja News or Ninja Sage News? Who's first? Who's on top?
I
don't even remember.
I'm on top. Sage Ninja News email. That's what it is.
Sage Ninja News at gmail.com.
Correct.
All right, guys. If you got some breaking news and you want to get it out to us and help us get it out to all of you, it's Sage Ninja News at gmail.com. Drop us a line. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. And guys, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out. Wait, we're still recording. Now I'm out.